This is the William Optics Zenithstar 66ED Petzeval Semi-Apo Refractor. It's a William Optics, as you can see written on the dust cap, and when I remove it you see the lens. It needs cleaning, so that's something to do. But that's Petzeval. This is the 66mm f400. That makes it a focal ratio of 6.1. When the dew shield is not extended, it's quite compact telescope. And when you extend the dew shield, it becomes a real nice 66mm in the 60 range refractor. It has a rotating focuser that you can actually rotate. So with this knob, you can actually rotate any direction you want. And it comes with this prism, 45-degree prism. This is for terrestrial viewing at the moment, but you can use it for viewing the sky. And it takes a SCT Schmidt-Cassegrain thread. I will try it with what I have, but probably it will work with the proprietary William Optics diagonal, 2-inch diagonal, which has a SCT connection screw matching with this. And it can be used for photography because Petzeval, of course, Joseph Petzeval was a Hungarian, Austrian, and Slovak optician, mathematician of the 19th century. Right after the invention of the daguerreotype, the photography as we know, they needed a lens that actually can let them photograph quicker in a shorter time. So under 1 minute, with the Petzeval design that Joseph Petzeval designed, it could be possible under 1 minute. Before that, you have to wait for hours just to, enough light fall on the whatever material they were using for recording the light. So Petzeval invented this. It provides, this lens provides a flat field, practically very good for if you're going to do astrophotography. We will test it just to see how it is with the visual, and you will see that. The lens is now recessed inside the dust cap. Dust cap easily comes out and extends out. I have to clean the lens. I've not done it yet, so when we do it, this telescope is ready to be used. It is single focuser, but it has one of the best Crayford focusers that I've ever seen. Very smooth. Of course, you can tighten it up if you want, add tension to it, and but at the moment it's really nice, smooth. I'm going to use it with a Meade 40mm eyepiece just to see what details I can see. I must say it has one of the widest field of views I've seen. This is 40mm, of course, is a very low magnification. I'm holding with hand against the eyepiece. I'm not leaning even on the eyepiece, so sometimes you see out of focus because my hand is moving. So I have moved it now to the right side of the field of view. As you can see, there is not much change into the clarity. My hand is a bit moving because I have to float it above the eyepiece. I cannot connect it to it. I'm holding the camera by hand. So I'm now holding the camera against the target. The target is now moved toward the left. I turned the telescope, so in a way you can see that the margin, how is the flatness, is clear. So there is no curvature, there is no nothing out of focus other than my hand moving and bringing things to focus or out of it, but generally it's in focus. So I'm looking at the leaves of the oak tree. As you can see, I don't see any purple fringing as much as I can look. Of course, this is a very low magnification. I will try to zoom on this with a digital zoom, and yet I don't see any purple fringing. A slightly blue fringe at the lower part of the image, you can see, and probably that is part of the what you see with the camera lenses also can introduce this. But anyway, at the 40 millimeter, which is now, I don't see anything. Better than the achromat. So far I couldn't see much chromatic aberration with this. Field of view was flat. I could prove that. I could agree with that. The field of view is flat. To the right and left of the center, you could not see the image being out of focus in any way, and so that was good. The telescope has two elements, which are, each one of them are doublet practically. That means it makes a 4 element. Two here, which are kind of introducing the like a long focal length refractor. Then the Petzeval lens, which is here somewhere in the focuser, will change it to a flat field and low F number refractor. So 4 elements in total. So far for a compact telescope, that's really good. You can use that L plate on a one of these tripod, photography tripod. I tried it on the one of these Alta Sabre ones. It couldn't go into the Alta Sabre bracket. So if you have any ADM or anything other than that, that can go. With the Alta Sabre, it couldn't go. So photographic tripod is enough, adequate, is light enough for that. Okay, I have removed the SCT original attachment of this. You can see the Petzeval lens inside here. That's the lens you see immediately in front of you, and that's the doublet. With the front objective doublet, it becomes 4 element. So that's a Petzeval doublet. I'm using the flash just to show you the actual doublet. Now I've changed to a 2-inch SCT diagonal with attachment that goes directly to the focusing mechanism of here. And I'm using a 2-inch eyepiece. It cannot focus because there is not inward travel enough to show the far objects, but the close objects actually you can see. I mean, I can see the objects which are around 10 meters away from me clearly. It comes to focus, but the far objects don't come. So this distance here is too much. The one that William Optics sells is very narrower than this, so it has more inward travel that can actually bring in focus the far objects. So as it is with this attachment, is not useful for seeing the faraway objects, but it's good for bird watching if you want to watch the birds not very far. And but the other one, that was a 45-degree terrestrial viewing with a prism, that is good for observing the terrestrial and astronomical objects. Oh, hallelujah! I removed this attachment, this part of the diagonal, and attach the diagonal directly to its compartment for the mirror to the draw tube of the refractor, and it comes into focus for 4 objects. It's a very wide field camera now. Amazing. 2-inch now we are using it. We don't need to buy the diagonal from the William Optics. That's the one. I removed this part. So I'm using this cheap Chinese 26mm eyepiece. It's Plössl or something. It's equal to the QX, I think, Meade. Very good quality in the sense that the center is very in focus. The margin, as you see, is not in focus. It's not because of the Petzeval, it's because of the this eyepiece. If I use something more expensive, more flat field, like Pentax, probably I will not see even that one, or something like Ethos or Delos or anything like that. Yeah, this is a 2-inch 26mm. You can get it cheap from the AliExpress or anywhere like that. There's plenty of it. 2-inch one, 26mm, fully multi-coated. And as you saw, it has quite wide field of view. As you can see now, I have changed this William Optic Petzeval 66mm Zenithstar into a 2-inch practical wide field telescope, and I will be, hopefully when it is clear, I will be able to look at the stars and sweeping around the Milky Way, looking at the fields of the galaxies. Amazing for that kind of jobs. So without the need for anything, we just can use it as a 2-inch telescope. And when I put the dew shield back, it's practically a very compact, easily goes into a airplane bag, so you can take it anywhere with you if you go into tropical areas that you can see the Milky Way, southern Milky Way, and large imaginary clouds, Omega Centauri and such things, 25 Tucana or 5 Tucana, the global cluster. This is perfect for those kind of travels. And yeah, the next best thing is a binocular like that, but this is compact and it's good also for imaging if you're going for imaging.